Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week. A crazy tractor chase through Abbotsford. 3 men sentenced in a targeted shooting. Mission Mounties say, did you lose some drugs? And the season for the Teddy Bear Toss hockey game is here. We'll have that in sports. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. Independent Investigations Office, the IIO, reviewing procedure in a crash of a tractor that was part of a weekend protest convoy. Surrey RCMP leading this investigation. Chilliwack farmer Bill Shoker was driving his tractor on Highway 1. This was part of an anti-Soji convoy that he was going to hook up with in Vancouver. Video of the incident appears to show no license plate on the tractor and being driven erratically. There were reports that Shoker was pulled over once by RCMP as he was making his way from Chilliwack through Abbotsford and on to Surrey. The stop made at the Clearbrook overpass on Highway 1. Video circulating of police maneuvering to stop the tractor, which flipped and caused injury to the driver. The crash, by the way, at the 176 off-ramp. 3 men have been sentenced in relation to a 2021 targeted shooting in Abbotsford. Humaraj Sid received a 6-month jail term, 1 year of probation after previously pleading guilty to a charge of occupying a vehicle knowing that a firearm was present. Manjoit Cari pleading guilty to the same offense. He was sentenced to time served and 1 year probation. Both men have also had other charges stayed at sentencing, including break and enter, unlawfully discharging a firearm, and robbery. Kyle Coleman went to trial on 7 charges, including aggravated assault, discharge of a firearm, and robbery, but was convicted on only 1 charge of assault. This targeted shooting, by the way, again in 2021 in the month of August. November 16th, Mission RCMP received a report of a number of packages of drugs that were found in the ceiling of a public restroom in Mission. A maintenance person opened up the ceiling panel while doing some work in the building and located half a kilogram of cocaine, split into smaller packages. Police believe this was put there by a drug dealer for another to pick up for a pickup. The person who put the drugs there has not been identified, but in their media release, Mission RCMP actually stated, and we quote, "If the drugs are yours and you want to report them lost or stolen, please call Mission RCMP at 604-826-7161. We kid you not. 5 vendors of a canceled Christmas craft market in Abbotsford are speaking out after not receiving their refunds or being able to reach the organizer. The Crafted Handmade Christmas Market was supposed to take place this week at the Ag Rec building at Abbotsford's Exhibition Park. It was organized by Crafted Canada. Well, the market had been advertised mainly on Facebook, with application forms available on the Crafted Canada website. Tables rented anywhere from $150 to $500. But the show never happened. The vendors are out of pocket. The vendors do wish to remain anonymous, but they're feeling the economic pinch at Christmas time because this was a major source of income for all of them. Tough to do Christmas baking without sugar, and social media has been rather critical of local shortages of Rogers product. And yes, there are other brands, but everybody has their favorites. Back on the 24th, Canadian press reported that Rogers Sugar Inc. Has asked for mediation to help bring an end to the 8-week-long strike at the Vancouver refinery. The company says it has applied to BC Labour Relations for mediation and try and reach a new collective agreement with the 138 workers who've been off the job since the end of September. The company says the union, the Public and Private Workers of Canada, Local 8, have accepted mediation. The Rogers Sugar Refinery in Vancouver is only one of 3 large sugar refineries in the country that processes imported cane sugar. There's a trail closure alert now in effect through until April of next year. In Abbotsford, it's McKay Creek Trail between Atkinson Road and Lakemount and McDermott Road, temporarily closed to riverbank maintenance. Susan Hose thought she won a free play, maybe $10,000 at the most. Turns out she missed a couple of zeros, and her Lotto 649 ticket won $1 million back in the November 18th draw. She bought her ticket at Walmart on Mount Lehman Road, and she now plans to, well, what else? Retire. And a big happy birthday to, us. abbyTV is 1 year old. We want to thank you for your support and, quite frankly, your patience, because we were delayed in our startup because of COVID. Coming up, teddy bears and wrestling. We kid you not. That's in sports. abbyTV Sports, the 2023 Abbotsford Canucks annual Teddy Bear Toss is coming up on Saturday. This is a holiday season tradition in many hockey communities, including ours. Fans will be encouraged to bring new teddy bears to the game, throw them on the ice when the Canucks score their first goal. It's a celebration unlike any other, and all the teddy bears collected are donated to the Archway Toys for Tots program, benefiting underprivileged kids in the Fraser Valley. By the way, the game is against Laval. Don't want to upset Laval on this one. Abbotsford Sports Hall of Fame announcing they are looking for nominations for the class of 2023. The organizers are making the call to the public to nominate athletes, teams, coaches, and sports builders who have had outstanding achievements or contributions to sport over the past year. Details can be found on the website. That new score clock on Abbotsford's Rotary Stadium will be installed next year. Back in March, City of Abbotsford drafted a budget hoping for $80,000 to replace the old clock. That was installed back in 1989, so yeah, it's time. Originally, it was supposed to go up this year. It was pushed back to next year. Rotary Stadium officially opened back in 1986 with 4,000 seats. Over the weekend, UFV women's volleyball team winning in 5 sets over UBC. The men's team losing in 3 straight to the T-Birds. Both volleyball teams are now heading to Brandon this weekend. Both UFV men's and women's basketball clubs had absolutely no luck in Regina against the Cougars. Both Cascades teams now moving into the winter break. The next action for both of them, January 5th and 6th, as they head up the Coquihalla to the Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops. Coming up, Cari with the weather. abbyTV weekend weather. So, Cari, are we looking at a rather damp weekend?
Yes, Dawn, it is going to be another rainy days up ahead. Look, we've got lots of clouds. There's no sun left. We used it all up last week. It's going to be highs up to 9, downs around 4, lots and lots of rain. So this weekend, if you're out there getting your Christmas tree, make sure you bring a big parka and some big boots. Back to you, Dawn.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note, some video, and your pictures to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great weekend. I'm Don Lehn.